The world only moves for those who take control and force it to respect them. If you're not building, you're declining. If you're not growing, you're shrinking. If you're not winning, you're losing. Every man has two choices. Be the hunter or be the hunted. Be the man who writes the checks or the one who waits for payday. Success is not given, it's taken. Wealth is not stumbled upon, it's built brick by brick, with discipline and vision. The time for waiting is over. The time for hoping is gone. Now is the time to move, to build, to dominate. A man without money is a man without options. He settles for scraps instead of commanding the feast. The weak begin. The strong take. The poor complain. The rich strategize. The ones who hesitate get left behind. The ones who act become legends.
And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with Hollywood CGA.
Yeah. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor.
What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to Monday Night Rawski, the longest running episodic program and live stream here. I took almost a year break on YouTube. You in here with the Bruce Wayne of this ish, the King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth. Yours truly, new world order. The Notorious one, aka Mr. Coachellini, better known as the prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're back in the Desert Storm bunker with Hollywood CGA and EWF. That is every woman's fantasy in the whole fucking show. I'm the CEO, Niggero, of Fix His Binds LLC, the unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best entertainment here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gorgorio Graybeard. The ladies love to call me Mr. Third.
Your third leg was just phenomenal.
Also, the man with one trabajo, that is the ecclesiastical Mitch Slapper. You're looking at the anointed one.
Acknowledge
the founding father of the After Pill, the junior college sociologist, the Morpheus of the mating matrix, the chocolated Confucius, the Black Moses, the deliverer, also known as the man that walks in the spirit of Elijah. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game, but you can also call me James Bond, Malo Poppy, Hentai CGA, Ling, Escon, also the Lord of the Lings. Did I say Milo Poppy? But you could just call me ecclesiastically CGA. See, God Allah, you're looking at the reigning and defending 14-time demonetized champion of YouTube. We got a great show for you lined up here. The evening show is back. Stream Mania, brother. Stream Mania is here, and I'm working overtime, double time. We got a great show for you lined up today. Young Americans are hitting a breaking point. 70% of Gen Z struggling to pay rent.
Your rent's due, motherfucker.
70% of Gen Z struggling to pay rent.
Your rent's due, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. We're going to take a look at some data and a woman crashing out based on what she sees on social media and why certain people, particularly women, are able to go to Coachzilla, all right, Coachzilla. Why they're able to go to Coachzilla, I should call it, and she can't pay her rent.
Your rent's due, motherfucker.
All right, it's Get 'em Daddy season and Fixes Binds LLC is in full effect. But to contribute to today's show, $, the Notorious CGA on the Cash App, Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV, PayPal is paypal.me. That is / Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. I think I need to put the Cash App links in the description box. But man, Get 'em Daddy season is here. American people are in a bind. But I hate to say I told you so, but I told you. And we're in an economic decline at this particular point. And yes, it's getting tough out here for the American people. So we're going to play that. We also have some fun clips that we're going to mess around with. It's a less organized show. It's a loosey-goosey show over here during the evening show. But you can still have some fun. You know, ladies, get your titties out. All right, unbuckle your bra. You know what I mean? Where my ladies at? Hey, ladies. All right, ladies, are you in the building?
Get 'em, Daddy.
I see some ladies in the building. We got Delta Fox in the building. Shout out to her. All right. We got our residential. We also have, I seen some other ladies in here. I'm saying this for a reason. I'm not just giving them attention for no reason, but I'm going to just tell you in a minute. I also saw some other, Samantha is here, unfiltered. Shout out to her. Her and her boyfriend's watching the day show. We also had T Diamond in the building. She's affiliated with Locals. She's Locals gang affiliated. Shout out to T Diamond. Meow. Shout out to the ladies here. And the reason why.
Did you eat that cat?
The reason why we want to acknowledge the ladies, even the women of the Itty Bitty Titty Committee, all right, even the ladies of the Big Ample Breast, Soggy Breast Committee, all right, the women that got them nice softball perky titties, okay. Shout out to Vintage Love is in the building. She's in here. And I know my famous friend Alex is here as well. Yeah, man. Shout out to the ladies here. Here's what y'all gonna do. No matter what y'all got, you got raisin titties, right? You got soggy titties, you got saggy areolas, whatever you got. Y'all go ahead and unbuckle your bra. Take your bra from underneath y'all shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, they take their bras off like this. They snap that bra and they take it out of their shirt sleeve. Get your titties out. Get your titties out. All right, relax. All right, this is a non-pressure show. You don't need your brassieres on today. All right, dudes, go brush your teeth. All right, come on in here, brothers. Go ahead and relax. Take your belt off. We're going to chill. There's no Monday Night Football. You guys notice I'm doing Streamomania. There's no Monday Night Football, but there's Monday Night Rawski getting prepared for WrestleMania in 2026 in Las Vegas. All right, shout out to y'all, man. And anyway, we got some earlier contributors possibly to today's show. And I appreciate everybody who contributes, especially during the evening show. You know, it's good to be able to get that going. But if not, I'm going to just run some commercials. All right, if we don't get the contributions, and then I'm going to open some seats up to Monday Mindset. All right, see if y'all can get to the seats. We got our brother here, and let me see if I can say your name, government name. It's Jacob Rivera. He says, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. He says your message, as I always say, is much appreciated. Keep it up, man. Hollywood CGA, the ecclesiastical mid slapper. Shout out to Jacob Rivera for kicking it off over on the pay Pizzle for shizzle. I appreciate you, Jacob, man. Hollywood CGA is here. All right, men are complaining over on there. A couple of bitch ass niggas are complaining over on Instagram. They calling me a simp. All right. He's simping, all right, as I'm sitting next to a woman in a video. It is amazing. These men had thought I was just going to be sitting out here chilling with them doing nothing. All right. They've been following me so a long time. They haven't evolved with the message. Shout out to Blue Baggin says 70% of Gen Z struggling to pay their rent. He says these little niggas better boss up. Shout out to these little niggas out here.
Boss up, nigga.
All right, these little niggas out here better go get it. You better figure out how to get to a bag, and we can teach you how to get to a bag on the Money Mindset. Patreon.com/Coach Reagan. Shout out to you guys right here. I just dropped my ATV adventure over on Instagram, and this video is about a year old. All right, I'm just now getting around to pushing that because now I have a new, I'm in a new niche, my own lane. And this is a young lady that I saw, Matika, down in Costa Rica, and here I am doing my ATV adventure. Some of you guys remember this. Some of you guys that follow my Instagram stories, you guys saw this. These are all on my Instagram stories. But there I am having some fun, and there's a dude crashing out in here. He's simping. All right. It's funny what y'all call simping. A man standing next to a woman is simping now. All right. Because most of the videos is just me standing next to the woman. All right. It's so fun doing this too, man, because look, this is simping. According to nigga, he's simping. I'm literally just standing next to her. I'm not on bended knee. I'm not giving her flowers. I'm not doing jumping jacks. I'm not doing anything. I'm just standing there. All right. These men are happy. They're crashing out. I love it. He's out here promoting pay for play. All right. Where do you see me paying for play? All right. This is just me in Costa Rica with a girl videotaping me. She's my videographer, by the way. All right. She was a little bit more than videographer. All right. But that woman didn't get much money. I'm going to tell you, man, she didn't get nothing. I did buy her some new shoes because, well, they got ruined on the ATV adventure. So I was like, I'll buy you some new shoes. You can see she has white shoes. All right. Then he's like, oh, he's simping. All right. Wait, I'm driving a car. I'm driving an ATV. I didn't realize that was simping. That's like, how is that simping? Here's another video. You're going to see me here. That's simping right there. I mean, y'all don't get bitches or what? What is going on, bro? That's simping. According to the manosphere in these red pill ranger. This is simping right here. All right, look. He's sitting next to a girl. She's talking to him. Simping. All right. Here it is right here. I love it, man. And I'm doing this on purpose. Look, this is simping, y'all. For some reason, when you stand next to a girl, this dude in there crashing out. Man, I can't believe Coach out here sipping this bad. Oh, really? Like, I'm standing next to her. She hugging me. All right, I did kiss her, though. All right, that's simping right here. All right, shout out to these dudes right here. Oh, man, the internet is funny. All right, but shout out to the men out here that are really Oh, man, shit is funny as hell. So, anyway, we got that coming up. Shout out to Blue Baggins. We got Delta, the legendary Delta Fox. She says, everyone is struggling. And I just paid $19K tax bill to the IRS. Shout out to R Shyster. And we'll be getting my bathroom redone in May for $23K. We are not the same. Boss up out here, brothers. Woo!
You better boss up, nigga.
Pays the cost to be the boss. When you make more money, you got to pay more money. More money, more money, more money. 19K given to old Caesar. And then you got a 23K bathroom remodel. Not everybody got it liquid, man. Not everybody got it liquid. So just when you know people make a lot of money, they probably still ain't got no money. Right? It's kind of like, yeah, I make a lot of money, but I ain't got it. Especially when you're on the money mindset and you bossing up with the when you're making your investments. Not a lot of people got the money. Shout out to Kevin C. Kevin G says, seeing you back in these evening shows and streams is nostalgic. Is bringing back memories of 2024 and memories of my gordita. Shout out to you right there. Where's my gordita? I miss her pepperoni nipples and her elongated vagina flaps. Oh, man. All right. I can't.
Oh, the humanity.
But you can find another gordita very relatively quickly. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. You can find a gordita real quick. All right. Actually, we have a video related to that today. We have a guy cold approaching the gordita. Cold approaching the gordita. All right. Shout out to you. All right, dude. I think, let me see here. Yep. I think that's going to be it. And then we're going to get on to the show. I guess this will be Straggle and Sniggle Theater. I guess we can kick that off, Straggle and Sniggle Theater. But we'll say with Maryland Guy. Maryland Guy, good to see you back. Coach, I was driving home from work through Baltimore tonight, and I realized I see the same ninjas every single day sitting on the front step. He says, I just can't with this loser mentality. All right. Shout out to you sitting on this.
Look at this bitch ass nigga.
There's a lot of people out here. They don't want to win. They don't want to win. So you're out there driving through Baltimore, seeing the same niggas on the front steps, doing nothing with their lives. Doing nothing with their lives. Before we get into it, man, look, I remember the days where you were young. I mean, especially if you're my age. When you were young, you stayed home from school. You used to watch the soap operas, you know what I mean? Maybe some talk shows, some Phil Donahue or some shit like that. And you used to be like, man, I'd just rather just sit at home and do nothing. You know what I mean? You didn't want to go to school. And by about 3 or 4 o'clock, you look up, you be like, damn, everybody getting out of school right now. And then the day kind of went by. And then you were like, it really was nothing to do. I mean, I didn't have to sit in school. I didn't have to get up early and get on the bus. But there's really was nothing going on. Now, when you got a little bit older and you're my age, Jerry Springer was on, you know, a little bit older Judge Mathis was on. These shows were on, and you stayed home from work a couple of days and you realized, well, at least I did. I was like, there's nothing to do here. There's nothing on. And what happens is you're like, you know what? I'm going to get up. I'm going to take it slow. Maybe you work at Jiffy Lube and you have Wednesdays off. And then you're like, I'm going to watch one episode of Jerry Springer, and then I'm going to get up and I'm going to do my thing. Then Jerry Springer comes on, and then you're like, okay, you sit down and watch Jerry, Price is Right and shit. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to get up and start moving. And then Maury Povich comes on, and you're like, oh, you are not the father. And so now you stuck watching Maury, and you're like, okay, when Maury goes off, I'm going to get moving. Then Judge Mathis comes on, and you're like, oh, now I kind of want to see this. He calling people crackheads and baseheads and dope fiends. And he talking to Doyle, the security guard. You're like, oh, I guess I'll watch another episode of this. And you don't watch a couple of commercials about how to be a massage therapist and set your own schedule. Right. And then Steve Wilcox come on. Now the whole day busted. Now it's 2 o'clock. You're like, oh shit. Oh, damn, it's 2 o'clock. It was 9 o'clock. It was 9 o'clock in the morning when you started this. Now it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You done blew your whole day. You're like, oh shit. Oh man. Now it's too late to really get started for the day. So you're like, fuck it. All right. I can't even do nothing now. Like, what am I going to do now? All right. I mean, everybody's like really coming home from school now. Everybody's coming home from work in a couple of hours. So there's nothing really to do. I can't run errands now. Yep. Judge duty. Some shit goes on. Now the news coming on. They got a highway speed chase. You know what I mean? They got a highway speed chase through Los Angeles, and you didn't get caught up in watching it, waiting for it to end. Hour and a half goes by. You're like, oh shit, it's 4:30. Okay. As I got really older, I was watching old reruns of In the Heat of the Night and Matlock. Yes. Matlock. That would get me all the time. Cause they throw 4 episodes of Matlock and 3 episodes in the Heat of the Night. I was cooked. All day, the whole day wasted. Like, God damn. All right. In the heat of the night. Yeah. They had my ass hooked on Walker, Texas Ranger and Matlock. Watching that shit. All right, man. Yeah, man. They had me cooked. Whole day cooked. Yes, indeed. Shout out to y'all, man. And yeah, losers. They got a lot of losers out here. Don't know what to do with their lives. It happens to the best of us. But as you realize, you know, and I mean, you got to get yourself up and make a difference. Anyway, let's get into it. Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me. You can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky. Come get high with me. That's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Do me a favor. Just give me the likes. Don't pass the scroll. Mugga. All right, we got Straggle Sniggle Theater. Shaquille O'Neal is at it again. You know, man, I got a special relationship with Shaquille O'Neal. Pause. Shaquille O'Neal, I don't know if you've seen this couple. There's been a viral couple that was at the Indiana Pacers game. And let me show you the video. This couple went viral because this guy was talking and he was running his motherfucking lips talking about where you a blood or a Crip. And the girl's giving him this reaction like, shut your bitch, nigga. What? All right. She like,
Shut your bitch ass up.
all right. She literally said, the fuck are you talking about, ass nigga? All right. And look at her face. He running his mouth talking about crypto. All right. What you do is you get a crypto wallet. All right. She don't care. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bitch ass nigga? He over here trying to, you know. And apparently there are a couple here. We don't know if they're a plant. But she tired of hearing this shit. And some of these people, you know, these people look like the typical Midwestern couple from Milwaukee, right? Outside of Milwaukee. And this couple went viral here. And look at him, all right? You know, some people just ain't got it. You know what I mean? They ain't got it like that. And so she tired of hearing this shit. Well, apparently Shaquille O'Neal and the Inside the NBA team had them on here. And look at this ecclesiastical couple. All right, Midwestern couple. He got the white boy haircut from 1997 and 1986, the whole comb over do. And look at her. She looks like, you know, her name is Trixie or some shit like that from Happy Days. Laverne and Shirley. Your average, regular, typical stock factory issue couple. They might be Italian too, or Polish. Or Jewish. All right. I can't remember. I don't know.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
All right. But she got the Farrah Fawcett shit going on. Damn. She got the Farrah Fawcett haircut, bruh. Right there from Supercuts in Indianapolis. Outside of Indianapolis. All right. Who cut this woman's hair, bruh? All right. Anyway, look, man. Listen. Who cut his hair? All right. Anyway. Well, apparently they're a couple. They're a real couple. I don't know. Maybe they're a plant. Shaquille O'Neal tried to throw a monkey wrench into the programming here by saying and basically giving the double dog dare you, the triple double dog dare you to this guy to propose marriage live on the live stream.
We'll do it live.
Okay. So let's go ahead and play the video here. This is a disgrace, Shaquille O'Neal. Why you put this man's pressure on this nigga? All right, so let's go ahead and put the volume up. Let's play the video.
Tell you what, if you ask her to marry you right now, I'll buy the engagement ring.
Ooh. Listen.
No, ain't no listen. Do it right now. Do it right now. Get on your knee right now. I'll buy the ring. I'll send you the ring.
Come on. The camera when you do that.
Oh, look at her face, man.
If you guys agree to come to the wedding, we'll do that.
I'll come to the wedding.
No, you can't.
Well, we got to tell us what the wedding is first before we can do that. Ask her right now. Go
I
ahead.
didn't agree to this. I didn't agree to this.
All right, so she turned into a feminist. I got my points. I get a say in this. All right.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If you ask her,
and Shaquille, bruh, why don't you propose to one of these schizoids that you're out here marriage? Why you do this to him? Why you do that? Why you do him that? He don't want no parts of that woman. He don't want to marry her. He already been with her since high school. All right, high school sweetie. He ain't got no time. He don't want to marry. Come on, bro. Why you do that to him? And a lot of dudes would have folded up like a cheap suit under this pressure. If you propose marriage, I'll buy the engagement ring, ass nigga. Come on, bro. That's crazy, bro. Hey, Shaquille O'Neal.
Can you shut the fuck up?
to marry you right now, I'll buy the engagement ring.
Ooh. Listen.
No, ain't no listen. Do it right now.
Nah, man, that's cold-blooded. That's cold-blooded. I'm glad he stood his ground, and he was like, nah, I ain't trying to get married. You get married. Okay, Straggle Sniggle Theater. We have, Walter. Shout out to Walter Weeks from Fresh and Fit. We have on Straggle Sniggle Theater, Walter Weeks is going to review a story about a man in Florida who was arrested after booking an escort, okay? But there's a twist to the story. He booked an escort. There's a twist to the story. There he is right here, Glocktavius. There's Pookie Shiesty himself. Okay, look at him, all right? He giving broke. Well, let's play this video. Walter Weeks going to review the video here. Here we go.
Man, you can't make this ish up. We have another one today, folks. Florida man hires an escort to come to his crib, and he wants it for free. She said, no, I'm not giving it for free. You got to pay, sir. And at your age, you shouldn't be paying. But, hey, that tells the times we're in right now.
What?
And then he says to her, you know what? Since you refuse, I'm a cop. Kill on your knees.
Oh.
Now, listen, this is funny and all, but it's actually serious. The question is, think about this. If you call the cops, who's in trouble? Because last time I checked, selling your box is illegal in the state of Florida. But also, he wants to get it for free and he's buying, so that's also legal. So I just spent the question, who's in the wrong here? And again, in Florida, this is normal. It's insane, but guys, comment down below what you think. And let me know how you feel about this. Think about this.
Okay, all right. So apparently, look at his cock eyes. All right, look at him, man. He definitely an inbred, down bad. All right, broke too. He giving broke Dusty. So, yeah, I guess the story is true. A man in Miami-Dade, Florida, were arrested after booking the escort for a QV. That's a quick visit for the people who don't know. You can go join us on CoachGregAdams.locals.com. A QV, and then he tried to have sex with her for free. I get it for free. And it says right here, when she refused, he claimed to be a cop and robbed her at gunpoint. Did he take the punani? All right, goodness gracious. And apparently we do have Stormy Maya in here to ask a question.
Here's the thing, you know, if you're broke, just say that. Don't be mad at me for charging people for my time, materials, and effort. God.
All right, shout out to Stormy Maya. If you're broke, just say that. Okay. That's what you could have said. Instead, you're robbing the poon. You're robbing the poon. All right. So it happens to these broke ass niggas out here. All right. I get it for free. All right. I never have to pay for drinks. And I guess now you're robbing them. But by the way, Fresh asked about calling the police. The girl selling punani calling the police. Well, Fresh, the police don't arrest women for admitting to selling pussy. I'm gonna just let you know that never happens. All right, even when they're victimized. Now, the police also don't believe them when they say they've been sexually assaulted too. So it's kind of a double-edged sword for the girls. So they are not going to get arrested for admitting that they do it. They'll probably try to, make them a snitch, but they're also not going to believe them when they get robbed. All right, when their pimp robs them for their money. Okay, just to fill you in. All right, Straggle Sniggle Theater. We have a woman that actually is, her name is Dominique Brenna. All right, she's a nice little racially ambiguous woman. We call them tragic mulattoes or exotical mulattoes. All right, we got an exotical mulatto here. All right, her name is Dominique. Shout out to her. Dominique says, me trying to stay married. All right, here's her trying to stay married. Exactly. Perfect. Baby, you're doing a good job. Exactly. You're doing a great job, honey. All right. You finally figured it out. And I've been trying to put women on game.
Can you shut the fuck up?
I've been trying to put women on game since forever. I'm even in the comment section said, I've been trying to tell women this. All right. If you've been a part of my show, I've been trying to tell y'all.
Can you shut the fuck up?
All right. And I'm a misogynist. He's a misogynist. I've been trying to tell y'all, if y'all want to stay married, if you want to come out here and keep your man, all right, just...
Can you shut the fuck up?
All right.
Shut up!
That's all you have to do. All right, look.
Silence, you fool.
That's all you have to do.
Silence, you
Now, you can take that off when you want to go ahead and put your lips around my... All right, so when you want to make them lips work, all right, all right, you can go ahead and do that. When I want to hear you moan and groan, all right, yes, you can take the tape off. But until then,
silence, you fool.
And ladies, I've been trying to let them know, if you've been watching my show, I've been trying to tell you, this is the secret to stay married. A couple of other women in the comment section says, this says right here, is there an update? Did it work? Asking for a friend. Yes, Sarah, it works. Trust me. Be quiet. All right, that's all I want you to do at the end of the day.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Somebody says she will still text it. That's a guy right here. You should sell the tape. Husbands from around the world would make you a billionaire. And that's the real Chris Spencer. And we know about him. All right, we know about him. And I'm afraid my mouth would still find a way. See this right here? And this woman says, this is me trying to get married.
Can you shut the fuck up?
All right, shout out to Miss Natty and our nasty girls in the building. Yes, I'm telling you, ladies, everybody always steals my flow. Everybody always steals my flow. They're already 5 years. They're always 5 years behind me. I've been saying this for years. Press 1 in the chat, gentlemen and ladies, if you've been hearing me tell you this. All right. I've been like, look, ladies, the best thing you could do is just be quiet. Just be quiet. I know you think it's not going to work, but it's going to work. Just be quiet.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Y'all want to be talking and talking. We don't want to hear it.
Can you shut the fuck up?
And I'm telling you, as a man that's not trying to be your man, I'm not going to lead you astray, ladies. Just
can you shut the fuck up?
Most of the time, you're annoying us. We don't want to hear this shit.
Silence
day after day. Just sit there and look pretty. Be seen and not heard. And if you Ugmo, aka ugly, we really want you to be quiet. Anyway, that's Straggle Sniggle Theater. All right, but open your mouth when I need you.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
The world only moves for those who take control and force it to respect them. If you're not building, you're declining. If you're not growing, you're shrinking. If you're not winning, you're losing. Every man has two choices. Be the hunter or be the hunted. Be the man who writes the checks or the one who waits for payday. Success is not given, it's taken. Wealth is not stumbled upon, it's built brick by brick with discipline and vision. The time for waiting is over. The time for hoping is gone. Now is the time to move, to build, to dominate. A man without money is a man without options. He settles for scraps instead of commanding the feast. The weak begin, the strong take, the poor complain, the rich strategize. The ones who hesitate get left behind. The ones who act become legends.
Especially if you're good looking, you don't need to talk as much. Let me see, man. We got some supporters that let's acknowledge them. We got a couple more videos. We got Teron McAdams says, welcome back. Please hit the Mitches with the old from the haymaker. This one right here.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Mitch ass ninja. Shout out to Teron McAdams. No relation. And that's a co-sponsorship from Teron. Shout out to you, man. And I'm glad some of you guys actually would contribute to the show, but assist. You know, most of your contributions are during the evening, right? You can't do sitting around at work sending me chat. So I appreciate y'all for watching me during the evening and supporting. No government name, but we're going to call him Scallywag LXV757. Says your aftercare show in 2022 gave me a new perspective. Salute. And that's a sponsorship from no government name, Mr. Scallywag LXV757, the aftercare show. And I had Mitches clutching their pearl even back then. Okay, even back then. But men understand, real men. But now I actually heard some content creators talking about aftercare recently that weren't talking about aftercare until I was talking about aftercare. But guess what? Oh, they're not copying me. All right. Yes, indeed. I'll be out here. I'm a trendsetter. All right. I introduce subject matters that come from experience, and other people have to live vicariously to me, and they have to see if it works. They'd be like this. Is it working? Is what CGA's doing working? It's working. Oh, okay. All right. Now I'll talk about it. All right. My man said I heard it here first. But aftercare is important, man. And the thing I'm telling you is that you do have to be responsible for engaging in sexuality. You can't be like these guys that be like, all right, kick her in the ass after you fucking nut on her. And yeah, a woman might want to be called names. You dirty 304, you bitch. You know, they might want to be slapped and hair pulled and choked and spanked and whooped and all of that shit. But afterwards, not so much. You know what I mean? Once everybody comes to their senses, a woman needs a little bit extra, especially if you've been participating in a little bit of BDSM. They need to be cuddled. All right. They need to be cuddled. They need to be held. And dudes be like, why do I have to hold her? Why do I have to call a taxi? Why do I have to take her home? You do. All right. Look, give her a little care. Okay. Somebody said, can I get my Venmo back? What happened? What did I do? It gave you a new perspective. Yeah. This is just how women work. All right, this is how it works. Well, Tyrone don't have to do it. Well, Tyrone ain't getting no punani drop back off. All right, so it is what it is. She's back in your arms. And I heard a dating coach say, she should be honored for me to have fucked her. And that's true, but that still don't mean you can treat her like trash. Give her a little snack pack. Give her a bag of chips. Give a couple dollars in her pocket. Here's gas. Go fill your gas tank up. And dudes will think this is simping. But over time, you will realize she will appreciate you and she will return the favor in many ways. She'll be like, man, I really appreciate that shit. But dudes don't think that. You got guys out here playing tough guy, fake tough guy, faux alphas, thinking that you always have to talk down to women. Now, I don't always talk down to women. I barely like to talk to them at all. But you don't have to yell and scream at women. And I'm kind of demonstrating that on Instagram, that you can have red pill information and knowledge. You don't have to be wearing it on your shoulder. You wear it as a shield. You don't have to swing it around like it's a sword. And really, the cheat code is you have to understand when you have leverage, when you lead, when you're basically unapologetically about your masculinity, you're unapologetic. A woman don't have nothing to do but to follow you. I mean, like, you know, they're going to test you and try to get you to do it their way. I mean, you be like, I'm going to just do it my way. Okay. And she going to have nothing to do. What's she going to do? She either going to follow you or not follow you, meaning that she's not even going to deal with you. But dudes are out here trying to literally beg these women. You're negotiating. This is called the bargaining stage. You're trying to bargain with them to see it your way and do it the way you want. You cannot bargain. You cannot bargain with women. They're unbargainable. They're non-negotiable. Okay, they're reneging. They renege. They don't follow the plan typically. They're not here to be negotiated. What you do is, and shout out to Coach EO, his name is Everett Overton. I actually learned this in sales as well. I talked about my sales manager for my car salesman that I talked about on Money Mindset or Locals. When you are with a woman, okay, because some of y'all gonna want to be with a woman. Here's what I'm gonna tell you to do. And this is if you know you got her and if you don't. This happens to me. I use this all the time. Instead of telling her, so if you're let's say you're out in Las Vegas, we have hotels, casinos, we have restaurants, resorts, and all of this shit. When you're out with her, just like say, for instance, you want to go that way. Don't say, hey, let's go that way. Don't say, hey, follow me. Don't do that. Just start walking. All right, just start walking. Walk ahead of her ass. If she's in high heels, you want to hear them high heels. Clap, 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 right behind you, trying to catch up. Just walk. Just walk in the direction you need to go. Don't try to say, hey, we should go this way. All right, she's going to be like, no. She's going to just say no, just to say no. No, let's go that way. Okay. What you do is you just start walking. All right. In sales, we knew that we had a customer. If, say, for instance, they were on the car lot and we were like showing them cars. And they were like, yeah, I really like this Mustang Cobra. And then you'd be like, nah, you just turn around and just start walking. You'd be like, I got something over here. Follow me. All right. Just start walking away. You don't even have to ask them to follow you. Don't even ask them. Hey, come this way. And then when you walk away and then they still standing there, just keep walking. All right. Just walk the fuck off. You know why you're going to walk off? Because she ain't your girl. She ain't with you. She don't trust you. She don't believe in you. She thinks you're wrong. Right. She thinks you're a bitch ass nigga. Just keep walking to the goddamn car. Because that ain't your girl. You ain't got her. So somebody's going to say, well, what if she don't follow me? Just keep walking. Go home. Change the locks on the door. Break up with her ass. That's what you should do. Because she ain't yours. Right? She think you a bitch ass nigga. Now you're going to be like, well, coach, man, I already led like a coward already. I already lost my girl. You guys got to cut bait. When you guys have led off the wrong way, you got to learn how to just cut bait. The point is, stop negotiating with them. Women inherently are going to have to do what you do when you're a leader. They're going to have to do it. They don't have no choice because they're a woman. They don't got no choice. Like, they're going to act big and bad and tough, but they got to walk outside in high heels and it's 9:30, 10:30, 11 o'clock. Freezing cold. Now, some nigga might pick her up But that's even dangerous too. But what if a man pulls up and picks her up? If she get in the car and get killed, that's her fault. Again, y'all try to do too much. Y'all try to do too much. Just walk off. Just walk. Just keep going. And if she really with you, she'll follow your ass. All you'll hear is high heels. Just click, 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 click. She'll be like, wait, hold on for a second. She'll be picking up her purse and trying to pull her dress up and click, click, click. If that's really your girl. Husbands, take note. Never really bargain with them. And then when you are presenting stuff to them, give them a choice. Not a lot of choices. Don't ask them, what do you want to eat? Where do you want to go? This is too broad. You're a bitch ass nigga to her at this particular point. You're not leading. She's not going to tell you this. She's going to start thinking, there was this sushi spot, but I really want ice cream. I kind of want French fries. This is too much. What you do is say, come on, let's go. We leaving at 7:30. Be ready at 7:30. Well, where are we going? You're going to get left. You're wasting time. I'm ready to leave at 7:30. 7:30, grab the keys. Start walking to the garage in the car. Start that son of a bitch up. Boom. She going to hear that shit growling in the motherfucking garage. She be like, this nigga really going. She going to start putting on her final spray. Come in. You just left me. I didn't even finish putting on my mascara. All right. I was fixing to leave your ass. I'm just letting you know. I was going to go eat by myself. When I said 7:30, I mean 7:30. But where are we going? Okay, we got two choices. They're right here. There's Jack in the Box right there, or there's Fleming's. What do you want? All right. Two choices, max. And whatever she pick the opposite. All right, we going to Jack in the Box. If she, look, here's another one. If she goes, all right, we going to Fleming's. But that's what I was going to pick anyway. Yeah, shut the fuck up. All right. I was going to pick Fleming's anyway. That's what I thought. We were going there anyway. But if she think too long, study long, study wrong. Think long, think wrong. Y'all got to really just literally treat them like they're children with breasts. Treat them like they're like a 8-year-old. All right. You want a Happy Meal. You'll get none of that and like it. So there's a whole bunch of ways y'all can pick and make this happen. But of course, you know, this does take a lot of energy to do all this shit. But really, at the end of the day, if you that dude, as you say, bargaining with them gets absolutely nowhere. She loses respect for you. All right. She loses respect for you. Now, she still might hang, or the thing is, she gonna hang around with your goof ass, but she gonna lose respect for you. Just start walking away. Be a true leader out here, and not just do this with women. Do this for people at work, right? You are underling. You know, you really ain't got it like that in your floor. You're gonna realize people ain't following you. They're not listening to you. They're over talking you. You walk away. You tell people to follow you. They don't follow. You need to work on your leadership and communication. All right, but when you the man, people following you, they hover around you, they listen to you, they start asking you for they start bargaining with you, asking you for questions. All right, what should I do when? It's how we do. All right, but we're teaching you here. And this does not mean disrespect them. What it means is you're the leader, you're the man, you're in control, you're calling the shots, you're the one in front, you're in the driver's seat, you're not in the passenger seat, you're doing the motherfucking man thing. Shout out to the masculine women out here, the so-called masculine women who will get their ass whooped, all right, at a drop of a dime, but they out here, I'm in my masculine. Be quiet with that bullshit. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't care how tall or big you are, or fat and overweight and overdeveloped you are. I'm still the man. I'm the leader. But the masculine women will kind of fight you for this. Okay, they'll fight you and they'll try to aggressively try to position themselves because this is what they do at work, and they somehow try to carry that over in relationships and dating, and this is why they're unsuccessful. So what they'll do is, let's say, for instance, this is some real shit. You tell one of these goofy single women today, you lead, you make plans. This is what we're going to do. We're going to meet here. It's going to be 7:30. Show up. I'm going to go in there. Like, if you're not there at the front door, I'm going to meet you at the front door. If you're not there at the front door at 7:30, I'm going to go be seated and I'm going to start the date. Okay. When you get there and you arrive, you're on time, you're early. You make sure you text the person. I'm going to be here at 7:30. I'm at the door. She's going to say I'm running late. Well, listen, I'm going to go in and be seated. All right. You can ask the maitre d'. You can ask the host where I am. They can lead you to me. And you're going to start the goddamn date. Now, the one thing that these masculine women do is they're going to try to change the time or the date. Okay. They're going to change the location. Oh, why do we want to meet here? Why don't we meet there? What we're going to do is we're not going to meet at all. All right. I gave you the location and the time. Do you want to meet? Are you still interested in meeting? Okay. Okay. Are you still interested in meeting? Now, the reason you don't want to leave, shout out to Rich Miles. This is the reason why you don't want to leave. All right. And this is a thing. This is the reason you don't want to leave. So first of all, you don't change it to what she wants. No. I was thinking of trying this new sushi restaurant. You can do that on your own time. The reason why I don't leave is because the date is not about her. It's about me. Okay. The date is about me. It's about what the fuck I wanted to do. So if I want to go bowling and she flaked on me, I'm going bowling anyway. If I was going to the gun range and I invited her, I was going to the gun range anyway. You see what I mean? Like, I was going to do what I plan to do. I could do it by myself or with her. So I'm not making the date for her. I'm not picking the restaurant for her. She's a plus one. She is an accessory. She's accompanying me. I invited her to my world. So I'm going to go do what the fuck I was going to do anyway. Okay, bitch didn't show up. Well, guess what? I'm having crab cakes for appetizers. I'm having a glass of wine. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a steak anyway. You see what I mean? And so that if she might have said, oh, I guess I'm sorry for flaking. That's all right, bitch. I ate anyway. All right, I ate without you. I started without you. I was going there anyway. All right. All right. So these are things that you can set your mindset. Again, it's a mindset. Money's a mindset. All right. This is all a strategic game and a play. If she says she running late, I'm going to say, well, I'm going to go ahead and order dinner anyway. Now, if you show up in midway or at the end of dinner, you missed out on dinner. You're just going to be watching me eat. All right. That's how you say it. Because that way she's going to be like, oh, they got you waiting. Okay, I'll wait for you to come. All right. I'll wait there 45 minutes waiting for, oh, I'm sorry. I'm waiting for my other guest to show up. Nope. Okay. Nah, bruh. What you do is you go ahead and eat. Now, if she shows up and you like, all right, I'm just wrapping this shit up. All right. Check, please. All right. You missed out on the fucking meal. Sorry. All right. But we can go home and fuck now because that's what we were going to do anyway. You want to go home? Can I order some? No, we ain't got no time to wait for them to cook in the kitchen. The kitchen's closing at 9. Let's go home and fuck. All right, but I figure out we get the dope. Hey, bro. Look, you missed. So what? Sorry. You're on my time. Fuck out of here. Now, if she really into you, she'll deal with the shit. If she really into it, she'll deal with it. If she ain't into you, she ain't gonna deal with it. And you can just cut bait. Anyway, these are some things that you can do to reset your mind. Really, I don't think, and I'm not saying you don't have to listen to women. What I'm saying is when you bargain with them, they automatically, in their fight or flight, determine that you a bitch ass nigga. All right. That's what they're doing. Okay.
Look at this bitch ass nigga.
Or invite another girl out. Right. You invite another girl and she show up and there's another girl sitting there. Oh. I just called another girl up. I figured you won't come in, but have a seat. All right, sit down. It's a menage a trois. All right, you like to watch me fuck other girls? I hope you're super duper freaky. All right, there we go right here. Oh, sorry, I called up plan B. Anyway, there's a ways that you could do this, but a lot of y'all got, the reality is, and I'm gonna keep moving. Stop bargaining. Stop bargaining with them. Stop trying to negotiate with them. Just do you. She either gonna be on code or she gonna be like, I'm not dealing with him. This guy's a jerk. Okay. I'm a jerk. And I'm a dog and I'm a mutt. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I have abundance. I don't have scarcity. So if I lost you, you lost me. Anyway, we run a tight program around here, as the young people say. Hustle Every Day says, shout out to Shaq for paying these pros 304s tuition, entry at Dre's, Club Live, front seats at the game, hotel bills, and Nissan Altima impound fees. Why Shaq ain't Coach Gang yet? I have a feeling Shaquille O'Neal is Coach Gang. All right, he definitely knew Kevin Samuels. And so by proximity, likeness, and relation, we definitely can assume that Shaquille O'Neal is Coach Gang. Shout out to our brother Augustine. Says, I just met with 2 members of the JUCO and they are in a bind. I summoned the inner Coach Gang spirit, blood, sweat, and tears, but you got blood and tears. And now I'm about to fix their bind on Wednesday and Friday. Where is that Kaylee rap song? Shout out to you. You got 2 willing participants, volunteers. Do I have Kaylee?
Hi, my name is Kaylee. I'm a blonde. I have no tits. I make boys fall in love with me. They always throwing fits. I like being single. No, I've never been cuffed. These boys want a relationship, but I'm just trying to.
Oh, man. Shout out to Kaylee back in the day. All right. She's not a kid anymore. And she's blonde and have no tits. Soft white underbelly. She said it. I didn't. We got our brother Dinero Tranquillo says, been dealing with this chick for 3 years. I never promised her monogamy from the jump. I get tested regularly. I smashed this morning Rawski. Now she's trying to retroactively remove consent. I had to block her. See you later. Okay. All good things come to an end. You're just going to have to let her go. All right. But as long as she don't go to the laws, you're good. No government aim. Look at this shit law that's about to pass to protect women. Gonna be abused. As early as 2026, South Carolina lawmakers are actively considering legislation to criminalize coercive control. I warned you of that. All right. And this actually can affect me as well. It affects all of us. But coercive control is a big thing. You know, they're changing the language and the way things done. So anything can be considered coercion. All right. Even running game. All right. Coercion. If a woman feels like, especially if you did not perform aftercare and treat her well, she's going to feel like you did her. You know, women are interesting characters after sex. They're very insecure. You know, they think they stink. You know, sometimes they think they stink or sweaty or yucky or icky. And if you make it worse by calling them names and you be like, damn, it smell in the room and your pussy smell like a tuna can. All right. You start tripping on them. They're going to feel weird. And then when you do things like kick them out of the house and it's 2 a.m., they doing the walk of shame, trying to wait for their Uber. It's all cold outside. They done left their panties and bra on the inside of the house. They out here catching wind under their skirt. All right. Or at 6, 7 in the morning, they got their club dress on the outside, walking home in their high heels or their heels in their hand with their dirty feet. They're going to start feeling some sort of way. All right. Meaning that they're going to feel like you didn't look after them. All right. If that's the case, shit going to happen, bro. All right. Stuff is going to happen. She's going to then retroactively remove consent. They're petty like that. They're very petty like that. So be prepared for that. So you do want to make sure that you treat them well after the experience. Get validation that they were comfortable with what they were doing. Text messages. If she's still texting you the next day, nasty shit. All right. She was down. All right. You got your evidence. But if she starts asking you questions, last night, did you nut in me? All right. You're going to have to smooth that shit out. Okay, you have to smooth it out because you did. You left it in. She knew you left it in. All right, because she didn't feel nothing dripping on her leg. She didn't see nothing on her stomach or on her face. All right, you know what happened? I finished in there. Roar. All right, so now let me go home. Let me go to the safe. All right, here's a couple of $100. I know you're not a whore. You don't get paid for sex, but here's a couple of $100 for your troubles. Go ahead and go to Rite Aid and pick you up a pill real quick. Yes, I did nut in you. All right, but if you don't and you just say, yeah, I just treated her like a cum dumpster. All right, I just let off in her ass and shot up the club, and she at home thinking, damn, this nigga just nutted in me and just left me out here. All right, making me walk nutted in me, slapped me in the face, my mascara running. He just pulled it out right on my face. All right. You're going to have to really smooth this shit out. All things can be settled with a little bit of aftercare. Yep. Somebody actually going to copy all this shit. So anyway. And then you hope that when she tells you that her period is late, you're going to have to smooth that shit out too. But my point is, as men, you have to be sexually responsible. You have to be, I always tell kids, you have to be responsible for your genitalia. I know you think this is an uncomfortable conversation, but you have to be responsible when you have sex. It's not just something you can animalistically do and then kick people to the curb, male or female, or continue to mistreat them, because this is when people get, you know, a little bit pissed off about the experience. So, you know, as you get older, it gets a little bit easier because these hoes done got ran through already. So they're kind of numb to it. But when you're young, you got to really practice this. You're 18, 19, 20. Some of y'all are 16. Tony Gaskins was 15. When you're young, really anything before 25, you better practice aftercare. Okay. Well, why can't they get their own Uber? They can. They got a phone. All right. But what's the problem, bruh? You probably didn't. You probably picked her up. You probably went over there to go get her. You probably went over. Just go ahead and order the Uber and suck it up, Buttercup. Suck it up, Buttercup. And here's the thing. Let me just tell you, dude. Most of it is, I really sometimes don't want to deal with them. You know, you get post-nut clarity, but you got to save face. You got to just be like, yeah, you know, yeah, girl, you know what? Yep. You know, she putting on her shoes. You standing by the door like, yeah. Yeah, cool. And then when they leave and you get confirmation, just close the door and be like, God damn. Don't get frustrated. Just, you got to hold your patience. You got to be like, come on, bitch, hurry. Put your shoes on. Get your bras in. Get your titties in your bra. Come on, get dressed. Come on, bitch. And she's steadily talking. And some women, when you hit them for free, they would like to stay along, drag their feet. So you just want to try to get rid of me, huh? No, I don't want to just try to get rid of you. I got to get up early in the morning. It's all good. All right. You know what? I got a snack bag at the door. I'm going to meet you by the door. Okay. And then when you get her off and you know treated her well, yep, I'll see you. I'll get you. And she try to French kick you at the door. You like, yeah. You just get here. Here's the door right here. Your Uber's here. All right, don't be late. By the way, ladies, why do y'all treat Ubers like they're personal valets? Like they're like your chauffeur. Women treat Ubers like they're the chauffeur. Okay, so they'll order an Uber. The Uber will be giving you a countdown. 5 minutes away. 3 minutes away, 2 minutes away, arriving. This bitch ain't found her keys or nothing. She's still pouring she transferring shit to the cup. If she outside, she'll make the Uber wait. I'm like, okay, the Uber's here. They outside shuffling, getting bags ready and picking up cups from the floor. I got to get this. Man, be ready. Be ready. The Uber's here. The Uber driver like, God damn. They still upstairs waiting. Putting on makeup. Oh, it's here. I know it's here. And they're still getting ready. Like, what? Bro, that would drive me crazy. That would drive me crazy the way women treat Ubers. I'm like, this is not you realize they picked you to drop your ass off. They're on a hustle. They're hustling. They're trying to get to the next pickup. And they just take their time. They walk out. I don't know where they are. Where are you? If you were standing there, you would get picked up. All right. But now you try to find it when they've arrived. Where are you? I don't know. Walking over here, walking over there. You looking at your phone. They've been sitting out there for 3, 4, 5 minutes. Okay. And I'm like, this is not a personal chauffeur. This is literally a ride share. They're literally trying to pick you up and drop you off. They're not waiting for you to get ready. I cannot stand it. They'll be standing right there and still won't run to the Uber when it pulls up. They'll be like, oh, let me get this and picking up the bag and checking for this. Where's my keys? Oh, my. You realize you can do that when you're sitting in the car. You can look for your keys while you're in the fucking seat. All right. It's just, I'll be like, man, to me, it's disrespectful. It just reeks of like, when people mistreat waitresses and staff. I'm like, you're mistreating these people. They're serving you. God dang, you're not that important. Anyway, ladies, is this it? Shout out to our brother Drake, says the real problem is niggyism. Shout out to you. It is the real problem.
The real problem is niggerism. That's the real problem.
Shout out to you. That is the problem. And nice guy Eddie says, good to see you back, coach. Boss up is in season. It is time.
Better boss up, nigga.
And it is also time for outdoor party here at the pools in Las Vegas. Success is certain. Has this to say. And he says, paying my tithes, brother. These YouTube streets missed you out here. They missed the double headers and appreciate you. Success is certain. That is a co-sponsorship. Shout out to you. And DGC Moore says, Coach, I am dying of laughter when you talked about the 13th grade, aka HBCUs. And Coach, you're not going to keep laughing at condom using niggies like me. He says, you got these women saying condom sex is not real sex. My body count is real. He says, take me out with the acknowledge me, but I'll also have to take you out with the co-sponsorship.
Acknowledge
DG
me.
Seymour, shout out to you.
I'm rich, bitch.
The 13th grade HBCUs. And I say this with all love and truth. Anybody, press 1 if you graduated from a HBCU. Right? Or a souped up junior college, community college. No disrespect. Shout out to my HBCUs and all of my people that went to the HBC. And white people, that means historically black colleges and universities. That's what that means. Negro schools, which if you're a white person and you don't realize why there's a black college, you're an idiot. All right. You realize the predominantly white schools didn't let niggas in. So they had to have their own school created by yous and white people. All right. White people have to create schools for them that are now historically black universities, and they were named after white people. But that's neither here nor there. But before, in 1950, University of Alabama didn't let niggas go there, so they had to go to Alabama State. So, but that's neither here nor there. All right. So people were like, why do we have such a thing? All right. White people, catch up. It's a historical university. Like, that's where niggas had to go play baseball. They had to do sports there and shit. And they had to go to school. And this was a big thing all the way up until the 70s. Niggas went to school. Sorry. Black people went to school at HBCUs and still went to the NFL. Let me name a couple people. Walter Payton, Sweetness, all right, running back for the Chicago Bears, Hall of Famer, rest in peace. Super Bowl winner, HBCU. Jerry Rice, Hall of Famer, wide receiver for the San Francisco 49ers, HBCU. Shannon Sharp, Hall of Famer, Super Bowl winner, HBCU. Michael Strahan, did he go to HBCU? So all of these people went to HBCUs. Jim Brown didn't. He went to Syracuse. But a lot of these players, HBCUs were still kind of a valid thing in a place where black people, talented athletes, still had to go. Right up about the 70s. By the time we got to 80s, the NCAA and all these goddamn coaches figured out real quick that you better go get some niggas. All right. And get them. So Alabama, Kentucky, the SEC. By the way, what would the SEC be without black athletes? All right. Shout out to the black athletes. Somebody says Steve McNair, Air McNair. Definitely. He went to Purview, I believe. Alcorn State. Steve McNair, Air McNair. But the SEC wouldn't be shit. All right. The SEC was getting their ass whooped until them coaches started to get niggas. All right. They was like, boy, the Kentucky Fieldhouse. All right. We going to have to get some niggas. All right. They learned from UTEP, Texas Western. We going to have to really consider where we going to have Negroes on our team. And they really held the line for a long time. They was like, nah, we going to keep it white. All right. Nah. At the end of the day, they was like, yo. All right. Kentucky basketball, Alabama football, SEC wouldn't be shit without black people. All right, I'm going to just let you know right there. Anyway. Yeah, y'all giving the lineup of all the HBCUs, man. It was you had to have it historically. I don't think it's much necessary today. All right, because they're not very valid universities. They're not very valid. Anyway, you don't need them today. You can actually, should you get rid of them? I don't know. I mean, if you live in the South, they're very valid, but they still probably got the same professors teaching at the damn thing. All right, let me get into this one real quick. Some people say keep them. It's a historical thing. But I worked at a HBCU. It ain't all that it's cracked up to be. And anybody out here caping for them, just go to a HBCU. Go to one right now. All right, anyway. All right, before you go to the HBCU, go to whatever predominantly white university. Like, go to the white university first and walk the hollowed halls. Go see the Dean building. Go see the buildings with all the moss on it and shit and the landscaping. All right, go in there where they got the logo cut out in the bushes and shit with the big G in the hedges. All right, go to a PWI first and walk and go to the bookstore and go by the cafeteria and shit. Go to the library and you see people studying and shit. All right, you like, look at these people. They're locked in. They got the study group. They got a whole couple people in there with a whiteboard. They're doing trigonometry and shit on there. And then before you do that, before you go to the black school, go to the PWI school, and then take your monkey ass to the HBCU. And see what the fuck they're doing over there. It's going to look like Animal House. The lawn ain't cut. They didn't edge the grass, cut grass all over the thing. Mr. Tenderism on a lawnmower, sleeping, smoking a cigarette. All right, teachers over there trying to fuck the students. The dean stealing money from the goddamn coffers. Niggas shooting dice in the cafeteria. People playing loud ass music with Chevy Caprices, driving around with big ass 22-inch rim tires and shit. All right, you go look at it and say, what the hell going on in here? What the shit is? Nobody going to class on a Tuesday. Campus empty. You go to the dorms, it smell like weed and Hennessy on Tuesday. Yeah, yo, you gonna be like, what in the world? What is going on here? And that's a college, y'all. That's gonna be the historically college, man. You're gonna be like, hey, so should we keep them? Hey, man, yo, it is what it is, brothers. All right, anyway, we love it. We love it, man. Hey, these are jokes, man. Don't take it hard. It's not a dick, all right? It's not a dick. It's a hard. Don't pause. But I worked at a HBCU, so I can say all that. I say it with love. I say it with love. All right, anyway, and don't let there be a crawfish boil. And you show up and it's a crawfish boil. Niggas gonna be coming up with newspaper, bibs, no plates. All right, it's just gonna be tables spread out with white fucking tablecloths and niggas pouring crawfish all on it. All right, it's gonna be one day a year a crawfish boil. The whole campus gonna show up. Even the neighbors gonna show up. They gonna be at the boil. Okay. It's gonna be a mess. All right. People that ain't been to school all year gonna show up on campus when there's a crawfish festival. It is what it is. Shout out to everybody. Everybody know what I'm talking about, and I say it with love. Let's get on with the show. We got one more video than the main event. He said, I'll be there too. I will be there too. I'm gonna be there. All right, we got what's the name of this one? Well, we'll call it Look at This Bitch Ass Niggas coming up here.
Look at this bitch ass nigga.
All right, we got the next segment, and it's a guy. This guy is irate. Okay, we got a guy right here that is super duper mad about you niggas, you passport guys. And I'm kind of feeling like this is a personal attack too. All right, but here it is right here. He's from Las Vegas too, so let's see what's up. He says, the next person I see post this, I'm calling Trump to revoke your travel permit. He says, stop flying to other countries to brag about paying for Cootie Cat. All right, he's got a hood on, Trayvon Martin. Let's see what he has to say here.
Who else fucking the game up and piss me off? All you lame ass niggas who's flying to other countries, paying for pussy, and making videos about it on your meta glasses, showing niggas. Then you come back to America feeling like you was him. Nigga, you had to leave the country to get some pussy, bro. You're not him. And then you paid for it. I don't give a fuck if this bitch was a 32. On the scale from 1 to 10, she's a 32. If you had to pay for it, why are you bragging and recording? And then you niggas who go out of the country, right, where dental work is cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
You spend money on motherfucking liquor and bitches and come back with your teeth still fucked up. Brother, what are your priorities, nigga? And last but not least, you got these niggas who go pay for the pussy in other countries, brag about it and post it, and then you'll have a lame ass nigga in his comments like, oh yeah, I had her last time I was down there. She's a fun time. What the fuck is you niggas talking about? And you know who else fucking the game?
Anyway, you know, a lot of these guys have been in my comment section too. He pays these girls, like they snitching on me. Like, bro, we already know that. That's insinuated. I mean, it's not like I'm paying them. Like, it's not a lot, but everybody knows it. You're not telling anything. Like, it's like wrestling's not real. Like, everybody can figure it out. Relax, dude. Well, let's take a look at the comment section. All right, on this particular thing, because yeah, I was giving up hope here for a second. And then I checked the comment section, and boy, did it not disappoint. So let's go ahead and see how people felt about this video right here. There's your boy, Coach Greg Adams. Sounds like twin mattress hatred to me. Small apartment activities. Hello. That person's right here. Okay, let's continue. This guy's said something to say right here. It says, hit dogs hollering in the conversation right here. All the passport bros and those that aspire to be one mad in the comment sections right here. All right. People are here right here. You too be old to wearing braces. Okay. Bro, you need a vacation too. Okay. You need a vacation too. Broke talk. If I chow Japanese kitty cat, you definitely gonna hear about it. Okay. It says, just admit you're too broke to travel. Focused on other men is wild. This one says, you just mad because you ain't got the funds to do it. This one says, sound like you hating, bro. You making a whole video about other men. I mean, really, this is the real story right here. Sometimes opinions should be kept to themselves. He probably never left his city or town. This guy says, sounds like a hater to me. Guys doing the you pay regardless, directly or indirectly. Okay. This one says, didn't you move out of the country and you and your chick do OnlyFans now? You sound like a clown. That sounds personal. This one says, dick policing, chill, bro. Just this sounds like hate. This says right here, it sounds like you're doing bad. I've never seen a guy with so much conviction in his voice. If you want to go, just say you want to go. Imagine going on social media and complaining about how other ninjas are spending their money. Do you realize how miserable you have to be to complain about some shit that has absolutely nothing to do with you? This one says he ain't got no money. Oh, no passport. This one says you sound like a felon. That cat go nowhere. I think they meant that can't go anywhere. He got too many felonies. And then also people suggested he's on child support. This one says, how are they messing up the game if you've never been out of the country before? All right. This one says, don't be this guy. Sounds like this dude don't have a passport. Bro, didn't you make the Colombia trip last year? A grown-ass man worried about other grown-ass man enjoying themselves is crazy. Okay. Okay. And you got a fake perpetrating pimps in here. Trey, fake pimp. He's mad because he owes too much child support and can't get a passport. Okay. And as so forth and so on. And then you have support. The same men, you can't ask for nothing. Okay. So you had some support in there, obviously. But of course, he was getting cooked for a minute. Facts, my shorties pay me monthly. All right. We got they pay me. All right. Let's take a look, y'all. Let's take a look. The shorties pay me. Oh, this should be good. The shorties pay me. All right. Let's take a look. All right, because the proof is always in the pudding. There's the shorties that pay him. I'm hoping that's his mom, and maybe his sister. But the shorties pay me. Okay, you always got to look for evidence, y'all. Let me see. I see that profile is private. Okay, and if the shorties pay you, you got 870 followers, but following 1,700 people, that's very sus. All right, if the shorties paying you, shouties. All right, the show. I don't have to pay. They pay me. They pay me to come over. All right, somebody say calling out a real issue. He's not hating. When guys go overseas and turn into partying and prostitution and social media content, it creates a stereotype. Oh, now we're worried about stereotypes. You see? Nothing but dick policing. Like, well, you're worried about stereotypes. It creates a stereotype for us. And that behavior affects how all foreigners are viewed by locals. We got to learn to be more respectful in other people's countries. You're talking about going to Pattaya, Thailand, where it's a red light district, talking about being respectful in other people's countries. Literally, that's what you're doing there. It's there right in front of your face in Bangkok, Nana's place. Like, everybody knows that's what's going on there. That's literally where you're supposed to. Like, what are we doing? All right, these people out here are funny as a motherfucker. All right, here, but he'll be smoking a blunt. All right, we're going to have to take a picture of him. We're going to have to see what he looked like. All right, they create a stereotype about us. Interesting. All right, but looking at his pictures, he is an in shape as black guy. And there he is in Egypt. He's an African. All right, he looks like he's not an African American. He's a model, it looks like. But yeah, this guy is really heated. And look at this. Is he in jail? What kind of building is this that he's in? Look at these. Hey, you can tell when they work and the light's yellow here, right? These yellow lights. But he really pissed about it. And how are you messing up the game when you're not participating over there? And he smokes weed for sure. He definitely smoked weed. Weed doesn't have side effects. See side effect. Weed does have a side effect. Weed is natural. It doesn't have a side effect. Look at your lips. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a side effect right there. Okay. That would be literally a side effect. When you're walking around with your dry ass lips all black and shit, and they look like your mama's vagina lips, that's a side effect. All right. Anyway, lips are not supposed to be black, y'all. Lips are supposed to be pink. You see my lips? Hold on for a second. I got red glasses on, so lips are not supposed to be black and dry. You see my lips? They got pink still on it. When you smoke cigarettes and weed and dope and vape, your lips are going to turn black. And you're going to look like you're not going to get hired for jobs. That's a dead ass giveaway. Oh my goodness. Let me stop because people are getting offended. The dope fiends are going to be screaming. We came to this show and we were supporting you. All right, shout out to them. We got another guy right here doing San Antonio, Texas activities out here. We got Cold Approach. What do I tell you about the Cold Approach? Cold Approach guys brag about doing the Cold Approach, but what they're doing is they're basically trying to lighten the opportunities for them to get rejected. So initially they may start off with attractive women or women out of their league or women that they think they would want. And then eventually after a while, they'll get shot down. They'll tell you it's about confidence, and then they'll start aiming low to hit. So they'll try to get skags, slags, skeezers, fat women, cockeyed women, women with one leg, a hook arm. All right, the one arm woman. They'll start doing shit like this to try to cover for the fact that they're out here getting rejected. Now, we're seeing this more and more as we get more meta glass content. So when people go to their meta glasses, now we're seeing exactly what I talked about. And people tried to deny this. And I'm like, no, what people do when they do the Cold Approach and the Mac and the mouthpiece and then the shawties and all of that stuff is they go for obvious easy targets. All right, soft targets. And I'm seeing more and more people, more and more guys with their meta glasses reporting this. And I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Now, that's fine. People didn't want to admit it, but I'm seeing this more and more. So let's take a look at this video right here. There you go right there. Definitely giving El Paso, Texas. All right, but where's my elephant sound effect? Where's the elephant? He said loose change. They started going for soft, easy targets. Typically older women, overweight women, all right, poor women, homeless women. They started doing this. So take a look. She's got pink hair. Is it pink? Yeah, I mean, she got the whole pink outfit on. I mean, that's giving homeless. I mean, anybody that does this, you definitely got mental illness here. All right, but niggas will still smash. I mean, it's probably wet and juicy too. Well, let's hear it.
What they call you, Red Velvet?
Yes. Hi.
I'm TJ. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
What you got going on?
Oh, yes. Really good folks.
You caught my attention.
Thank you.
You know how to cook and clean? You don't like that what?
Young men.
Oh, you don't like young men?
All right.
How do I look?
All right. So she says she don't like young men. All right. She definitely at a halfway house. She definitely homeless at a shelter. All right. She didn't been kicked out. She definitely has done drugs. She probably has some drug abuse. She probably been pimped out or pimped on. All right. Look at her eyes here. They kind of got dark circles under them. They're black under her eyes. Her forehead is wrinkled. This woman is either a former skeezer, a street, she been pimped on, or she is on drugs, or all of the above, have mental health issues, and she probably has nowhere to live. I mean, I'm just letting you know. Or she probably lives with her parents or sister or her tia, or she probably the tia that everybody lives with. All right, so you can see this going on. I can see this a mile away. This is Walmart activities. And so she's saying he's too young. And she definitely needs a hero. We don't need another hero. All right. She's not looking for no young niggas per se. So she's like, you can't help me, sir. But let's go ahead and continue.
How old are you? That's a real question.
Too much.
Too much? What is that?
Too much. 30-something.
Oh, I've been there, done that. The oldest I dated was 50.
All right, 50. All right, but he said he's early 20s, and the oldest he dated is 50s.
You crazy?
Yeah, I date older women. Where are you from?
Honduras.
Oh, yeah?
All right, so green card activity. She looking up and down. Now, you know, he's stuck in there. He hung in there. He weathered the storm. Her objections have been overcome and countered, and he's going to claim success, right? So this is going to be a success. This is a successful cold approach at this particular point. So she only had a couple of objections. She gave it to him. He countered it. And she's like, well, I don't got nothing else to do. I'm sitting at a counter at Walmart. Like, what possibly she has to do the rest of the day? So let's see what she's got here. She's still judging him, looking him up and down. Maybe she's looking at his sweats or something like that, the gray sweats. And check out that fupa. All right, so she's going, what's going on here?
Los Angeles?
Oh,
yeah.
Drinking too much sweating, huh?
Oh, yeah. I work out.
Oh,
yeah, I look like it.
Keep it going.
All right, so there it is right there. He stood in there. He weathered the storm. She said, oh, you look like you work out. She started to give compliments. She started to reconsider. All right, I'll let him smash, because she's already let dudes like him smash. So this ain't the first time. It's never as good as the first time. Now it gets worse, y'all. It gets worse.
Let me grab your information real quick, just in case if I need some company. Here, put it in.
I don't have any time for that.
You don't got any time for that. We're gonna look at your schedule and see if you got some time.
When you moving here?
Like a couple months ago.
With family?
Nah, by myself.
Oh, yourself?
Yeah. Have you ever been to California?
Yes, San Francisco.
Oh, the Bay Area? Did you like it?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, the lights is expensive, but it's beautiful.
All right, at this point, if I'm cold approaching this and I'm listening to this, I got to get in and out. Close the deal. I don't care about none of this. I'm just trying to smash that gushy stuff. All right, but now we're having a conversation about family. She's asking questions, trying to make sure that you're vetted. All right, who are you? Are you here with family? Do you have a wife? Essentially, do you have a wife or a girlfriend? That's what she's trying to to get. All right, but here she is now. Now we're having a conversation that we don't need to have. Women, I don't need to know any of this about you. You know, I'm just trying to smash. She's telling about her life story.
All December I go in for Christmas time. I like it. The
Okay.
Golden Beach and the everything.
Okay. Did you enjoy the food and everything?
I like it.
Yeah, it's better than here.
Yes, the
Yeah.
food is really good over there.
Spanish food here is terrible. Tex-Mex, nah.
Every time when they're going over there, I got it 20 pounds.
Oh my goodness. All right, so now we having conversations. She brings up food in restaurants. Obviously, this is a hint. Are you gonna take me to eat? Okay, so she wants to eat. She's hungry. All right, she's definitely hungry, and he's starving. Okay, so now you see what's going on here. She's like, "Are you gonna pay?
Yeah, that brother's
Are you gonna take me on a proper date?" All right, now you got to go ahead and overcome that. Where's my hungry button?
I'm always hungry.
All right, there it is right there. So she definitely want to eat. Her stomach is growling. And then she talked about she gained 20 pounds. Ma'am. 20? 20 pounds? $20? She said, I went over there and I started eating and I gained 20 pounds. I think you missed a zero. Zip zero dinero. You missed a zero, or you wanted to add another number to that. All right, I'm just letting you know, but let's continue. Somebody said, is he a black guy? Of course he's a black guy, Jay. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been trying to tell y'all. These some bottom feed them ass niggas. Now, ain't nothing wrong with rolling in the hay with this woman here, but what'll happen is these dudes will start saying, shorties pay me. I get it for free, right? These guys are the ones that got to tell you they get it for free. Oh, I don't have to pay. I don't never have to buy a drink. I never take them out on a date or a restaurant, right? So this is what I'm trying to tell you. They'll claim that they got the mouthpiece. I get numbers. I close. And they'll tell you all of this stuff, but they're not going to tell you this the other side. He also claims to be a 20-something-year-old man that's messed with 50-year-old women. Okay? And most of these 50-year-old women are aunties, disgusting 50-year-old aunties that I wouldn't even talk to at 50. But that's neither here nor there. They're just easy slump busters that are in Walmart. But let's play the rest of the video because this is important.
Oh, yeah. You live in Grand Prairie? Oh, okay. I'm like downtown Dallas area. Yeah, I was just stopping by.
Dallas, y'all. Now check this out. Well. Look who pulls up. Okay, look who pulls up. This dude got a perm or something in his head. Okay. Here we go.
Okay. Yeah. It was nice to meet you, though. I'm going to reach out.
You're a confident young man right here. You got them things ahead of you, man.
Hey, I mean, I see good talent, you know what I'm saying? I got a good eye for talent.
Bruh, I told you about these niggas. Nigga shit. I've been trying to have this debate and tell y'all that this is what they brag about. When they're in the comment sections bragging, this is what they're bragging about. When they say, I wouldn't go overseas, there's Punani here in Dallas that I don't have to pay for, this is what they're talking about. 8 out of 10 chance, this is what they're talking about. Why do I know this? Bro, this guy literally celebrating. The guy celebrating with him, he popped his collar. You're a confident young man to be able to approach this woman and get the number. I know. And then he said, I know talent when I see it. Huh? Did you pop your collar at him pimping? Did you pop your collar at him pimping? And look at the look on his face. You really out here doing this? Because I would have smashed too. Maybe we could double team this. Are they celebrating this in the end zone? This is what I'm talking about, bruh. Y'all cannot tell me that this is, and look at the woman smiling. Look at she's smiling at him, and now she's the center of attention. She feels like a star. You guys, this is what y'all brag about on the internet. It's never baddies, because I'd be like, show me what you're doing out here. Show your work. Show me what you're out here doing. You never see the pictures. Look at her. She out here. These men really want me. Now she done ran out here and thinking all these niggas want me. And then when I walk smooth past her and don't even cut my eyes at her, When I don't match with her on a date or want to take her out, now I'm the problem. He says, I know talent when I see it. And he popped his collar. Let's go back. Let's review the film. By the way, Vainglorious. This is protected by the red, the black, and the green with the key, sissy. I mean, Lord. Let's review that again, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Nice to meet you, though. I'm gonna reach out.
That's confident young man right here. You got that things ahead of you, man.
Hey, I mean, I see good talent. You know what I'm saying? I gotta.
Look at she cheesing and grinning. Look at her. She done lit up the room. She feeling special. Look at this guy.
A good eye for talent. You know what I'm saying? So I know good talent when I see it.
You ain't gotta go. We can church, you know.
You feel me?
Energy over here.
Talk to me, brother.
Hey.
Hello.
Now they went to pimp lingo. I told you about these guys, man. I'm undefeated in this. Now they started talking ism. Yeah, pimp. You know what I mean? Yeah, church. You know, you got the ism. You know, yeah, you know, word. They started doing the pimp thing. You know, yeah, you know what I tell you, church, I did it. Bruh, you cannot make this up. Nah, I'm saying, you know, word. Look.
And so I know good talent when I see it.
You gotta go. You gotta, you know, when black men's voice goes into what they would call a falsetto, you know, you gotta, you know, I gotta, you know, it just gotta, bruh. But y'all gonna claim y'all getting it for free and Punani out here for free. And look how he looking at her, you know, because you a real one. You a real prize out here. You know, I can really make some money off of you. You dig? Somebody said, here's your flowers. I be trying to tell y'all, they out here gassing this woman up like he didn't win the Super Bowl and picked her up. This is crazy, bruh. Listen.
Church, you know.
No, church.
You feel me?
You feel me? You feel me? You dig? You feel me? You feel me? I can't with these niggas, bruh.
The real problem is niggerism. That's the real problem.
They didn't gas this woman up, and this woman was on her last stitch of self-esteem when she walked in the store. When she walked in that store, you dig? You know what I mean, church? She was on her, let's review the film, y'all. This woman, look at her. She done lit up. Look at her, Cookie Monster. Okay, look, I got to stop doing this. Well, let's look at her before this happened. This woman trying to meet her parole officer at the halfway house. She was on her last stitch of hope. She was on her last stitch of hope. All right, her world is crumbling up, falling apart. She don't know where she coming or going. She don't know where her next meal coming from. She about know if she about to get evicted. She was on her last stitch of hope. And she didn't know. She's gone, bro. She's like, it's over for me. This is the last ride. All right. She gone. By the end of it, she a queen. Where's the picture of her smiling? By the end of this, she done lit up the room. Look at this. These men really like me. All right. These men really love me. They just want me. They just want. And these dudes got the talking pimp talk.
Confident young man right here. You got that things ahead of you, man.
Hey, I mean, I see good talent. You know what I'm saying? I got a good eye for talent. You know what I'm saying? So I know good talent when I see it.
You ain't gotta go. We can church, you know.
You feel me?
Energy over here.
Talk to me, brother.
Hey.
Hello.
Talk to me, brother. Hello, you dig? You know what I mean, church? Wow. I've been telling y'all that this is what goes on, and thank God for the meta glasses. I've been telling you because people be like, Coach, how you know? Because I see it in real time. Y'all think I'm just an internet talking head. I'm 50 years old. I lived life before there was the internet and the YouTube. All right, so y'all can't lie to me to kick it. I seen what dudes was doing when I was in college and post-college and all of that shit. I seen y'all out here doing it. I seen y'all sneaking in strobe light honeys. So don't act like I ain't been outside. I already know what's going on. Y'all think I ain't been outside. Coach, you just been on the internet. You an incel and a virgin. I'm like, bro, you don't even go to the clubs. You out here living out your best life because you missed it when you were in your youth. Stop. That's not true. Y'all out here just trying to cope. I know what brothers be out here bragging about. And most of the time, it's slump busters and booger wolves. It's cocky-eyed and knock-kneed women. Overweight women and slump busters. Slack jaws. Okay? Strags and slags. Then in the comment section talking about I do this and I do that. Ring the goddamn bell. Let's do this. So let's do the main event. All right, is that it? Let me see here. Yeah, that was it. And then you have this dude right here talking about don't go get your passport. Stay here in North Las Vegas and get girls from here because you out here. Then you have this. Okay.
Money on motherfucking liquor and bitches and come back with your teeth still fucked up.
I mean, anyway, there's a hater in here. Welcome. All right, we here. We love that you're here. If you're a hater, all right, I don't see you in the chat. So if you mad at me, I don't see you. All right, the chat sees you, but I don't see you. But welcome. All right. We love that you're here and bring all of your broke ass niggas over here to this show. But I don't see you. All right. Because I'm doing a show. But every now and then I might glance over to the chat and see you over there. All right. But welcome. All right. Welcome to the player hater ball out here. The fake perpetrating pimp. All right, we got the main event. Let's kick it to ya, and then we gonna get out of here. So let me see here. We got the main event. Shout out to the main event. Yeah. All right, we don't need no banners. Pop, lock, and drop it. Pop, lock, and drop it. I guess I'll put a banner up, all right, for the editing purposes and all of that shit. It does help. All right, we got the main event here. I'll just put main event. Dudes be really out here trolling on the internet. They be mad as fuck. All right, anyway. She says, I'm a female boomer. CGA is telling the truth. Shout out to Deborah. All right, we got the main event. Let's go ahead and roll it. Ring the bell, too. All right, for editing purposes. The main event. We have young Americans are hitting a breaking point. Young Americans are hitting a breaking point. 70% of Gen Z reportedly struggling to pay rent. We have a young lady out here that has joined Al Gore's internet to go ahead and demonstrate the pain that people are going through economically. And I do understand it is a very tough time economically. It's not a surprise there's a tough time in the economy. I actually predicted there will be an economic collapse of epic proportion. When I did Doom and Gloom video, I said there's going to be, this is going to be a soft landing. And I also said, we're not even midway through. We're not even midway through this tough economy. All right. So anybody talking about how to fix the economy and all of this stuff, I said we have at least to the year 2032 for us to really feel that the possibility to turn things around. And that might come through AI and all of that stuff. Gen Z's been born, you're born at a tough time. So you're entering into adulthood, emerging adulthood with struggle, right? So there's a lot of struggle going on. So I get it. I'm sympathetic to it. I'm empathetic, but really I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, yeah, nigga, it is what it is. It ain't affecting me. But, I did fill up the G-Wagon, and I haven't really filled up the G-Wagon in a month or so, but I filled it up and literally it was like $107. I've never seen that because I normally don't let it go that long. But since I was overseas, I haven't been driving, but I came back. Gas is almost $5 here in Las Vegas. So I often wonder how people are making it, especially young people, but of course, families, people with multiple children. And I've been kind of telling you that this is going to happen. Okay. And the decisions that we've made as people and the choices that we made, it's only a matter of time before the bottom falls out. The bottom falls out. We also have, the politicians that are in place. And we have wars. We also have illegal immigrants. Everything's really tough here. So we have young Americans right here are hitting a breaking point as cost of living is pushing many people to the edge. Before we play our video, I'm going to read this. Young Americans are hitting a breaking point. Rising living costs are pushing many to the edge, and it's starting to take a serious toll on their mental health. All right, this is true. When you're struggling or try to put it together, your mental health is definitely going to take a hit. As estimated, 70% of Gen Zers and 53% of millennials are struggling to pay their rent. Yep.
Your rent's due, motherfucker.
Thoughts? And of course, Fixed Minds LLCs will be open for business. All right. All right, here. This one says, all right, here. All right, somebody responded to me. All right, that's a fake person right there. But, yep, shout out to Coach Gang in the building. All right, yeah, man. Hey, listen.
I got money.
There's somebody that can help with that. All right, ladies. Hey, ladies. Somebody can help you here and there. All right, listen.
I got the pussy for the money. If you got the money for the pussy.
If you're a lady, a young lady, help is on the way. And, you're going to be getting fucked anyway, so it ain't like you're not going to do it. It's not like you're doing something you weren't doing, but it is what it is. Fixes Binds LLC is going to be in business. Well, let's hear this young lady out and see what she's going to do here and what she's going to say regarding this, because what she's going to say is just as equally as important as people understanding that they're struggling out here. Let's go to the video. By the way, oh, man. All right. By the way, anybody that gets on camera, sets their camera up and cries, especially women, are manipulators. I don't trust them. How do you cry like this in post? I'm a social media content creator. I create content, even content that you don't like. But how do you cry, yell, scream, and then at the end of it, stop the video, replay it, edit it, crop it down, put a filter on it, upload it, write a caption, all with tears for fears in your eyes. Like, that's like when Shannon Sharp said, hey, I didn't realize I went live. Bro, in order to go to Instagram Live, you got to click like 3 buttons. Click, 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 and then 3, 2, 1. You don't just hit the button and go live. And yep, she didn't throw the music on top of it. She didn't put the harps, the violin, the piano on the background. So, yeah, anyway. This is insane, but let's hear what this young lady has to say here. This cute girl next door lady that I might be able to, help you out here and there. Onesie, two skis, here and there skis.
Fucking stressed out. I'm fucking stressed. We should not be working like this. I work my ass off, and
She got the slime in her mouth. Look at them nostrils all flared out.
can't even fucking pay bills, bro. And they always say don't compare yourself to others, but I see people going to Coachella and fucking like buying all types of shit, this pointless fuck you money, and I'm over here can't even fucking pay my fucking rent, bro. I'm fucking stressed out.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the humanity.
Look at that. Oh my goodness. This definitely is a mulatto. All right. And her mama definitely white and her daddy definitely black. All right. 100%. All right. Interesting here. And that's a big mouth right there, boy. That's a big wide mouth anyway. And she's screaming and yelling. Shout out to her curly hair. She got kind of like a blondish thing going on there. All right. Did you have a job? Do you have 2 jobs? Do you have a sugar daddy? There's no shame in no game. All right. There's no shame in your game. Who's at my door? All right. Whoever it is, y'all mad early. Oh, I did order some groceries. All right. So that's what's happening here. But anyway, ladies, there's no shame in your game. There's men out here that don't care about the game and how we messing it up for these youngins. I will let you come on over for a minute. Okay, I'll let you come over. All right. I'll soothe that pain. All right. We can fix this temporarily. Just come on through. All right. Get in line. Put your paw out. Take care of this. Take care of this. Put this in your hand. Put this in your mouth. Put this between your.
Get him, daddy.
All right. Binds can get fixed out here, and we're here to fix his binds.
Your rent's due, motherfucker.
All right. And these men are out here upset about it. This is a disgrace. These men are messing up the game. Well, you fix her bind. All right. I don't know what to tell you. What are you doing this weekend? What are you doing tomorrow? That's why I'm here. You know what I mean? We can do this.
I got money.
I'm here to serve a purpose. I've worked hard to get to where I am. I got a couple of dollars I can lose track of. All you got to do is help me help you. Okay.
I got money.
Or I can be your mentor. All right. I can be your daddy.
Okay, daddy.
But this can be real. In this situation here, she mentioned the Coachella. Remember, I played a video, I want to say it was last week, of a white girl saying how she got her Coachella tickets. See, what people are having to realize is that what you think is happening is not happening. People are not speaking the truth. I'm one of the only true speakers out here. I'm calling it like it is. And people get upset with me and they think I'm promoting it. Well, technically, kinda. I'm promoting the solution or the trade-offs to it. I'm promoting it as an alternative, but you don't have to do it. But what I'm saying is it's a lane, it's an avenue, it's the oldest thing. But she thinks that people are doing it, you know, how are they affording to pay rent and go to Coachella? Bro. Okay. I'm going to tell you how they're doing it. A lot of duck sicking for a stack. These influencers, okay, Instagram models. We even saw that model, this Instagram influencer, get her life snuffed out because she didn't went over there to Zaddy. Especially young people. Listen, young people don't got no money. So if you see a young person going to Coachella and shit like this, trust me, somebody covered that cost. Somebody invited them. It is what it is. Buy now, pay later. They didn't win into debt. They done sold purses and handbags. They did not get a paycheck. Some of them hustle OnlyFans and feed pictures and a bunch of that shit. It is what it is. And she's out here. How are they going to Coachella? Some of them are using their rent money to go to Coachella, and they're going to figure it out later. And they're going to come out to EDC and get their rent paid for, or they're going to get flown out. Some people don't realize that this is happening here, but what we do is we invite you over to kick the reel on CoachGregAdams.locals.com. We do this for your viewing pleasures. Okay. It is a marketplace. That's why we call it the monetized dating marketplace. And it's nothing new under the sun. But when we look at where people are, where young men can't do this, young men don't have the ability to do this. So you guys got to struggle. It's kind of like when I was in the Philippines, you know, you seen hot, nice little Filipinas that probably would do it or not do it. But men, they didn't have an alternative. They had to go out there and work, or they sat around doing nothing, wearing Lakers, San Antonio Spurs basketball jerseys and shorts and flip-flops. Okay, they had to scam and hustle or just sit around and do nothing, or sell their girlfriends and wives. All right, they couldn't do it. Same thing as men today. And then what they do is try to regulate the marketplace to their favor and try to shame the people who do it, the men and the women who do it. But people are finding a way. Let me just give you a piece of advice. A lot of people, this is why I don't feel sorry for a lot of people. And I'm not trying to be an asshole. The reason why I don't feel sorry for a lot of people is because you guys in the last 15 years, Gen Z included, sat around and saw opportunities for you to work, monetize yourself, promote shamelessly yourself. All right. Take the opportunity to get ahead, and you didn't. Let me give you an example. Especially Gen Z people. People saw social media come to fruition and kind of take the lead in 2013, 2014, 2015. What people did is they shitted on it. But are you trying to be a celebrity? Social media, we not going to, like, you didn't support your people who did social media. Y'all thought social media is going to degrade society. It's going to implode the world. We hate social media. People are out here promoting. The women are out here doing the duck lips and so forth and so on. And my point to this is a lot of people, especially YouTubers, the top YouTubers that you see today, most of them started social media and YouTuber when you were saying you're a lame wasting your time all day on YouTube. When I started YouTube, people would say that because there really wasn't any super chats when I started. There was no super chats when I started. All right. You couldn't even do, there was no Cash App. There was no PayPal or Venmo. People were doing it for the love of it. Now, when I was starting doing it in 2017, 2018, people were like, you just sitting up on the internet all day. You just doing this. You must not have a life. You must not have something to do. Well, the point I'm making is the people who are really killing it now most likely started back then when people thought it was you were a loser for doing it. Yeah, there was no live stream. You had to go on Google Hangout. Yeah, Google Hangout back in the day. So what happens is you saw an opportunity, but you thought you were too good for it, or you just wished it went away, and you didn't take advantage of the opportunity. Even today, there's opportunities to do so. You got all the equipment right in front of you. Now you're going to say, well, I don't want to put my face out there. Again, like I said, you're choosing. You chose to not take that opportunity for a technological development that changed people's lives. You could have done it because I'm a regular dude. You think I'm sponsored by the New World Order or the CIA. I'm a regular dude, and I said, hey, there's an opportunity here. I have the skills. I have the talent. I'm going to develop it. I'm going to cultivate it. I'm going to go through the struggle. I'm going to build an audience, blah, 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 blah. Now you see me out here winning 5, 10, 15 years later, and you like, well, he out here doing this. He out did it. Yo, I put my neck out there. I stuck my neck out there. I sacrificed. I risked. I lost friends, family members over this shit. But you didn't want to do it. You don't want to put your face out there. And now look at you. You sitting over here broke. All right. Now, it ain't just social media. You guys have watched the ability to build websites, coding, AI, just in the last 20 years. You've watched several opportunities come and go, or that are still here, and you chose not to do it. What you chose to do was the same old. Well, I'm going to just keep working this 9 to 5. I'm going to just keep putting my resume out there on Monster and Indeed.com. I'm going to go update my LinkedIn. You chose to do that. Oh, by the way, cryptocurrency is another one that y'all thought, oh, it's a sham. It's a scam. It ain't going to work. And y'all sat on the sidelines hoping that it failed and hoping that the people that put their money in there failed. And then when it did fail, you was like, see, you thought you missed all of these opportunities to be something and do something. And you sat on the sideline and player hated. And now you out here want sympathy. I can't give you the sympathy. This is why I don't have any sympathy or empathy related to this, because you had the opportunities. You even had me up here for years trying to give y'all courses, give y'all information, give you blue chips, and y'all shitted on it. Y'all didn't want to contribute to it, so I put it behind a paywall, and now the money mindset is the biggest thing that we got going on here in the coach gang. Y'all still don't see the value in it, and I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. All right, but people that see the value in it, it just helped them. You guys call all influencers scammers and grifters. You did that yourself, and now y'all didn't watch the window go by and the ship done sailed, and now you're like, I don't know how people are affording to do it. Because they stuck their neck out there. They took the risk. They put their face out there. They put their voice out there. The young women became sugar babies. They sold feet pictures. They started OnlyFans, right? And they are making it. They invested in crypto. They saved their money. Like people literally took the opportunities that were presented in front of them instead of hoping that it went away. We hope social media dies. We hope these people start losing their jobs off TikTok. They're going to have to go get a real job now. See, this is why I don't have empathy or sympathy for them, because when people lose their jobs, they get demonetized on YouTube. Y'all sat back and laughed. See, now you got to go get a job like me. What about Twitch streamers? Kai Cenat, right? These people, they literally were like, okay, we just going to do this. Oh, these people are losers. They ain't got no job. Go out and touch grass. Y'all talk shit about them. Now this nigga getting $500,000 a month or $50,000 a month, and he ain't even streaming, right? The people still subscribe to his Twitch. He getting paid, and he putting no streams out since September, right? So that's why I don't have sympathy, because you guys watched many, many opportunities in the last 20 years come and go, and you took no action, and now you're out here screaming on the internet. Not only that, you giving the platform free content and not even monetizing it. Okay. You didn't take advantage of compound interest. When you got laid off, you didn't do your side hustle. When you were working, you didn't do your side hustle. You got talent to do something. Well, I don't like to sell. Like I said, the struggle didn't choose you. You chose the struggle. So I'm trying to tell people, you need to wake up that inner beast, that survivor in you, to realize doing the just over broke thing is nice and all of us got to do it. But at the same time, when you take no risk, you get no reward. And this also goes with Gen Z, because Gen Z, you're now adults. People literally do. You know how many people I told, man, you need to do a podcast. All right, you need to do some videos. I've been telling people for years and years, and they sat around and didn't do it. But what I do see them doing is using that same social media that they could have used with their talent to argue and complain about Trump and Biden. You still using the social media, and you talking to motherfucking 8 people that care about you on Facebook, your friends who they scroll by your post because you're annoying to them. Well, you could have picked up a fucking camera and jumped up there and started a whole, you could have been the next ABL. Okay. You could have done it. You could have created a podcast and went up there and showed your opinions and started a YouTube channel and talked your shit instead of the 8 people that are annoyed by you on Facebook. All right. Because you're still doing social media regardless. Everybody on social media, you can almost not have social media. Like, it's hard for you to not have a social media, especially if you had it and then deleted it, because now your sign in for all these other shits is your Facebook and Google. Press 1 in the chat if you've done that. All right, where you like, man, I'm going to cancel all my social media. Then all of a sudden you realize you got to sign into your account. Oh, shit. All my passwords is the Google. All my passwords is the Facebook. All my passwords is the Instagram, but I done deleted the shit. All right, now let me sign back up because I got 30 days. All right. Oh, the profile still exists. All right, I got to sign back up. They got you by the short hairs, nigga. Or you ain't going nowhere. You need this. It's calling me. Anyway, really, the next wave is AI. There are people out here, they are really way ahead of the game when it comes to AI. They're so far ahead of the game. Why? They took courses, they got certifications, they literally did the whole, I'm going to learn, on my off time. And they're so ahead of the game. So if you're starting AI now, you're behind massively. It's like crypto. Cryptocurrency is hella confusing when you don't know it because you got to learn it. Okay, tell me what to do. And if you talk to a crypto bro, they're going to blow your mind. Pause. They're going to make you think that I don't even want to learn it. I don't even want to know. Just tell me where to put the crypto. And they're going to go ahead and have you on an unlocked wallet and steal your crypto coins. All right, because you're an idiot. But the AI is to the point where they're so far ahead that's damn near impossible to keep up. And just so you know, the AI changes like every 30 days. Every 30 days, it changes rapidly, fast. So if you didn't even know last month's AI, you definitely don't know this month's AI. It's happening that fast. So my point is this. Instead of complaining, why don't you look at these opportunities instead of opportunities to exercise your moral compass and tell us about how it's going to destroy society, how we need to ban it, how society was better without it. You need to understand that it's going to still be here. OnlyFans is 10 years old. Instagram and TikTok and all of that is 20 years old. I want to say YouTube is it's 20 years old. 20th birthday? Yes, 20th birthday for YouTube. 15 or so for Facebook. Or Instagram. OnlyFans, 10 years old. Dating apps, 10, 12 years old. My point is, it ain't going nowhere. And even if it went somewhere, something else is going to replace it, meaning you're going to have to participate in it. Wishing it goes away and society becomes better and rolling back the hands of time is not going to help. Take advantage of opportunities, man. You've had about literally 10 things that you could have jumped on and got ahead of the game, or at least learned, and you didn't do it. You sat there and fucking scooped ice cream at Baskin Robbins and changed oil at Jiffy Lube. Okay. You sat there and updated your fucking resume on LinkedIn. And here you are struggling to pay gas. Like, here you are. Gen Z, same thing. Y'all could have went to coding camp. Parents of Gen Z, y'all could have put your kids in coding camp. You didn't. Now you don't know how to fucking code. Now you definitely don't know how to AI. You're behind. Now you don't know how to upload on YouTube. All right. And now you got to learn it. Your learning curve is steep. Not only that, you have a bigger crowd. And the crowd's getting bigger. Now you got to beat billions of people as opposed to beating hundreds of thousands of people. When I started YouTube, I just had to beat 100,000 people worldwide. I had to be better than 100,000 people. By the way, for people that don't know, in this space called the red pill, the manosphere, if you will, I was one of the first channels to get 100,000 subscribers. And it was almost in a 16-month period. And I was beating people that was on YouTube before me. Now, people have now passed me up because I've been shadow banned and demonetized, and that really does kill your channel. But I'm still getting massive amount of people watching me. They can't, people got bigger numbers than me. They can't even get this particular audience when they live stream because their content is aimed at losers. They can't keep people's attention. They can only keep people's attention for 10 minutes. All right. But I was one of the first channels to get that, hit that mark. But it happens. All right. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's why I don't feel sorry for people. All right. When I look at you and be like, well, tough titty, you had a chance. You blew it. All right. You blew it. You missed it. You missed the window. But don't tell me you didn't have opportunities. All of y'all got phones, and none of you niggas went out here and was like, I'm going to do it. And even if you tried to do it, it didn't work. That didn't mean you couldn't try something else. Some of y'all niggas was like 21, still trying to make the NBA team, and you didn't even play junior college basketball. Y'all still had hoop dreams. Y'all was out here playing tackle football, thinking y'all was going to try out for the worst NFL team or the worst NCAA football team. Y'all 27 years old trying to go play college football. Right? You know who you are. Y'all going to try out for the G League team. 27, 28, didn't even play college. Didn't even barely play high school, but y'all was going to try out for the G League. You know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Shit is real out here. All right. But hoop dream ass nigga. Where we at here? Shout out to brother Twin says church and tabernacle pimpian. The ism. All right. The ism is in there. Yeah, man. Shout out to you. All right. We got Teron McAdams. Shout out to you. That I did tell that chat already. I did say that chat. Church. Yeah, J. Cole playing basketball in the Philippines at 41. All right. I mean, hey, listen, it is what it is. What else is he going to do with his life? All right. We got our brother KP has something to say. KP says, Guru is in 2 years. Earliest Gen Z is 30 years old. Gen Z women ain't 21 forever no more. They getting worn out while Gen Z men are coming up. No job, just a student. Save $11K for my scholarships. Uncle Earl, please. Shout out to you.
I got money.
Shout out to KP making it happen. You're right. Also, Gen Z women are hitting that critical age of 30. So now, you know, they're kind of hitting their wits in, and the men are kind of they're going to start passing them up. So that's a lot going on there. All right, we got our brother Miles says, good to see you doing double headers again, coach. Looking forward to building up the elite program with the hardest working man on Al Gore's internet. Shout out to you, Miles. At some particular point, look out for a telegram, but you got to wait till I get adjusted. Shout out to our brother. It is success is certain. Paying my tithes, brother. The YouTube streets been missing you. I probably said that one already, but we'll say it again. Shout out to success is certain. These nuts. All right, you have two-parter. but I only see one part. Oh, he says we need part 2 of the fragile male ego. Part 1 is the best content on what's happening in relationships ever made. I suggest everyone go watch CGA's The Fragile Male Ego. It will help you. And I need to watch it. All right, for sure. I put my content, so I want to see what you're talking about. All right, maybe I'll go ahead and get an AI to do an information on that one. The Fragile Male Ego. All right, I'm gonna pull that up. Where we at? Oh, there it is. The Fragile Male Ego. 9 months ago. Shout out to you. These nuts. And our brother Rick from H-Town says, as a Texas native, I can honestly say these brothers down here will hit anything with a pulse. Their definition of thick is Monique from the Parkers. My definition of thick is prime Shakira. I give up. Shout out to Rick from Houston, where they have 10s out here. All right, but yeah, man, dudes be out here lying on their dick, testifying, and showing no proof or receipts. No receipts. I'm like, these dudes be lying to you. And most of these dudes be pookies, reformed pimps. And I'm like, it's easy to show a receipt. Just a sneaky snap. If you had a baddie, like, it's not that hard to get a sneaky snap. Show me a tight, lean body. Well, I really don't like tight, lean bodies. I like them thick. Okay, so you like slump busters. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but don't brag. I don't brag about my slump busters. All right, I have slump busters. All right, but it ain't nothing to brag about. Don't brag like that's my preference. Nah. All right. No, that's the easiest target. That's the easiest target, but I don't brag about it. It is what it is. Anyway, I got to go. I got to hit the showers. You know what happens. Nature is calling. So I got to go ahead and take care of Fix His Minds LLC, but enjoy the rest of your evening. We at the 2-hour mark. I got to skedaddle. We out of here. Peace. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with Hollywood CGA.
Yeah. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor.